I always knew I would become great one day, but not so quickly. This quote from Diego Armando Maradona, a professional soccer player. Hello, my name is Eric Lima, and I will be talking about this player's early life, the event that made him famous, and his downward spiral soon after. His early life. Diego Maradona was born in the slums of Villa Fiorito, which is nearby Buenos Aires. Whenever you hear Buenos Aires, you usually refer to a beautiful city, but Villa Fiorito was nothing like that. He first started playing at the age of 10 in a neighborhood team called Estrella Roja. That's where he got scouted, and he began his professional career in Argentinos Juniors as a ball boy. In 1976, at the age of 15, he made his debut with Argentinos Juniors as a midfielder. 5 years later, Boca Juniors, which is a top club in Argentina, offered him a contract. He began to reach his prime when he was offered another contract by Barcelona. He stayed there for a very short time because of bad discipline. So he was then offered 6.9 million euros, which was a world record at that time, to transfer to Napoli, an Italian powerhouse club. In Napoli is where he got international recognition and was picked to play in the national squad of Argentina. That was just the bio, so now let me get to the interesting part. This is the most famous event that occurred in the World Cup of 1986, and it was brought to you by Maradona. In 1986, it was the World Cup. It was a quarterfinal, Argentina versus England. It was the 51st minute, and they were tied 0-0. Maradona was at the edge of the English box. He passes it right. An English defender intercepts it, and it diverts it, spinning backwards back into the English penalty box. It was in the air. It was in midair, basically, and Peter Shilton, the goalie for England, is 6'1". Maradona is 5'5". They're both going at the ball at the same time. Clearly, you would say the goalie won that battle, but Maradona would say different. His left fist, he hit the ball with his left fist, and it went in the goal. Right after the goal, well, this was said later after in a press conference. Right after the goal, Maradona said, "I was waiting for my teammates to embrace me, and no one came. I told them, come hug me, or the referee isn't going to allow the goal." Now for the reactions, like the referee, crowd, whatever. The referee for this game was Ali bin Nasim from Tunisia. His reaction was he counted the goal, even though it's clearly an illegal goal. The goalkeeper from England ran to the ref and proclaimed that it wasn't a goal, but he still didn't budge. During a post-game press conference, Maradona had this to say about the goal he scored. It was scored with a little with the head of Maradona and a little with the hand of God. That's where he coined the phrase hand of God goal. After he said that, in the same press conference, the England manager said more like hand of a rascal. Now to the importance of this goal to the world of soccer. After witnessing this goal, After witnessing this goal, you can tell that there are many flaws in soccer, but that's also part of the game. Argentina was content with the win because afterwards they won the World Cup. They made it to the semifinals and then the finals and beat West Germany in the final. And it was also a great way to showcase Maradona's brilliance, naiveness, and skills. How is this important to Argentina? This World Cup happened 4 years after Falklands War, also known as Malvinas War. To put it briefly, this was a war between Argentina and Great Britain. It was a battle for territory known as Falkland Islands. Argentina was defeated, and there were many casualties on both sides, but more for Argentina's side. 4 years later, which is the World Cup, Maradona had this to say: "I say a final for us because of everything it represents. We play a final against England. More than defeating a football team, it was defeating a country. Of course, before the match, we said that football had nothing to do with the Malvinas War, but we knew a lot of Argentinian kids had died there, shot down like little birds. This was revenge. It was like recovering a little bit of Malvinas. In the pre-match interviews, we had all said that football and politics should never be confused, but that was a lie. We did nothing but think about that. Bullshit, it was just another game." This was from the autobiography titled El Diego. 4 minutes after the hand of God goal, as you can see there, he scored another memorable goal. He ran past an entire defensive line, and the goal was deemed goal of the century by FIFA. How to the decline and the downward spiral of this superstar. Soon after the World Cup, he went back to playing for his club in Napoli. He then earned a 12-month ban for failing a drug test because he was using cocaine. Soon after that, he was then issued another 15-month ban for ephedrine use. And then soon after that, he failed yet another test, and then he was just like done pretty much. After a 2 years absence with no playing soccer, he played for a small club.
Eric, you have to bring it to a close because we're over 7 minutes now.
And drugs affected him clearly. He then obesity was another issue. Let's see. All right. This is the conclusion. You guys all now know of Maradona's origin and early career. You now know of a controversial event that occurred in the World Cup, and you learn that even a famous superstar has his ups and downs. I would leave you all with this: don't do drugs.
Okay, there's 4 of you didn't present, right? Okay, you.